Hey y'all, happy Friday. It's another hot day outside today, so if you're out working in it, be sure and stay hydrated. If you have pets, make sure that they have shade, water, all of the things that they will need to be out in this kind of weather. Check on your neighbors if they don't have air conditioning, whatever may need to happen, go do that today. Before I get started, I promised Brother Gordon that I was going to try and remember this, so I'm going to go ahead and do it now. The adult fellowship is tonight at Sister D and Brother Gordon's house. If you've not been, it is a great time of fellowship. It used to be called the Seniors Fellowship, but it's not just for seniors, it's adult fellowship. It starts at 5:30 at Brother Gordon and Sister D's house. They live on Markham Road, which is just past the county line. And if you go around a corner, you've gone too far. So if you need directions, just text the church number 918-399-5956, and I will try and get those directions for you. It's a covered dish. They just have a lot of fun. I've only been once, and I enjoyed it immensely. Laughed a lot and enjoyed the fellowship, enjoyed the music. It was a great time of fellowship. So if you're interested in that, please go check that out tonight at 5:30. This morning I got up. Yesterday I did not eat well, and then I went and mowed some property that I have, and then I came home and I was going to weed eat at my house and got the front done and ran out of battery power, went to change the battery and went back out, and it lasted about 5 minutes and realized I was pretty lightheaded and a little bit dizzy, and so I went back in, sat down, drank a protein shake, ate some peanut butter and syrup because that's my go-to when I start feeling kind of crummy like that. My Grandma Jones, I can't tell you how many times peanut butter and syrup I feel like saved my life. But so I sat and did that, and then I made me some chicken tacos and took a hot bath and went to bed. So be careful when you're outside, and stay hydrated, eat well. That's something I'm working on, eating well, because the STRESS diet is not working for me. So, but this morning I took time, I sat and I ate a bagel this morning and read my Bible. I was a little bit late for work, but I was like, I need to take care of me this morning. So that's what I did. And as I sat and I prayed, and I always ask the Lord to give me words to speak over myself, give me life, give me something that I can speak over myself. And this morning he took me to Psalms 37. And the theme, and this is the this is Life Application Study Bible. It's the NLT version. So this is the one we use in the office most of the time. So the theme, it says, trust in the Lord and wait patiently for him to act. This psalm is vividly contrasts wicked person with the righteous. Because sometimes we get so caught up in, well, that person is absolutely the most vile, evil person. And look how successful they are. Look at what all they have. Look at that. Look what they're doing. We get so caught up in what other people are doing that we forget that we just need to be caught up in what God has called us to do. And so this starts off, and I'm not going to read the whole psalm because it is a lengthy psalm. I'm just going to read a few verses and talk about those. So I encourage you to go read Psalms 37. 37:1, don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong. Don't worry. What does that mean? Let them be wicked. Don't worry about it. Don't wonder why they get to be that kind of person. Don't wonder why they get to treat people the way they get to treat people and seem like that there is no punishment or no anything for the way that they're acting. That is for God to decide and not for us. So don't worry about that. For like grass, they soon fade away. Like spring flowers, they soon wither. And we know how quickly flowers can get. I have, I think they're miniature. There's some, I don't even really know what they are. But every morning, flowers bloom. They're purple. They're beautiful. And every evening, when the sun hits them full force, the flowers fall off. Every morning, the flowers are there again. Every evening, they fall off. So flowers do fade quickly. Flowers do die and wither away. And that's what he's saying. Don't worry about those people because they will fade quickly. Because when you get caught up in telling, or when you get caught up in being rude and being mean, being controlling, being manipulative, being all of those things, you get yourself caught up in a tangle and you can't get out of that tangle. And I feel like that's what he's talking about. Don't worry about them. They'll take care of themselves. Trust in the Lord and do good. Trust in the Lord and do good. Does that mean that when we do good, that's how we earn our salvation? That is absolutely not correct. Our salvation comes from admitting that we need him and believing in our hearts that he died for us and confessing that we need him and being baptized. But sometimes you don't even have to be baptized, because there are people that on their deathbed, they confess and they believe and they get to go to heaven. So we need to understand that good works does not earn us a spot in heaven. Good works does not do that. But we still need to do good. We need to trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live safely in the land and prosper. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him, and he will help you. He will make your innocence radiate like the dawn, and the justice of your cause will shine like the noonday sun. So he's saying, let me fight this battle for you. That's not exactly those words, but that's what he's saying. Let me fight this battle for you. Do good. Do what I've asked you to do. Go be the person that I've asked you to be, and let me fight this battle for you. And he will. And our innocence will radiate like the dawn, and the justice of your cause will shine like the noonday sun. Be still in the presence of the Lord and wait patiently for him to act. Don't worry about evil people who prosper or fret about their wicked schemes. Stop being angry. Turn away from your rage. Do not lose your temper. It only leads to harm. For the wicked will be destroyed, but those who trust in the Lord will possess the land. And that's as far as I'm going to read, and that's through verse 9. Be still in the presence of the Lord. How often do we do that? I've talked about it all week. We go in, we'll boldly go before him, and some of us more boldly than others. Some of us go in and hem-haw around and act like he doesn't already know what we're going to ask, when we just need to go in there and boldly say, hey, Daddy, here I am. I've messed this up. I've done this. I've done that. I need your help. I need you to help me get back on the right path. And he will. And there's others of us that will go in and say, Daddy, I'm here. This is what I need you to do today. This is what this person said, this person did. So you're going to take care of that, and this is how I need you to take care of it. And when you get all of that done, then I can be who you need me to be. It's not the way it works. We don't get to manipulate God, and we don't get to manipulate what he's doing. We have to understand that we sit quietly with him and wait to hear from him, and let him direct our steps, and let him direct our path, and let him tell us what we need to be doing, not us telling him what he needs to be doing. He already knows what he needs to be doing in our lives. He sees how bad we've messed up. He's seen the mistakes that we've made. He's seen all of that, and yet he's still saying, be still in my presence. Be still in my presence, and wait patiently for me to act. We sometimes get so far ahead of where he wants us to be that we make such a mess of it. We go in there and because some of us are planners, some of us, we plan everything. We even plan our time on vacation. I'm not one of those people. I fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. I do like having some quasi form of a plan, like, I know that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I need to do these things or whatever it is. But I'm not rigid in that. And I definitely am not rigid on vacation. Boy, I'm it's a vacation. We get to do whatever we want. If we want to eat ice cream at 8 o'clock in the morning, we're going to eat ice cream at 8 o'clock in the morning. If we want to sleep until noon, we'll sleep until noon. I just enjoy being flexible like that in vacation. I haven't been on vacation in a while, but I enjoy that. I enjoy being quiet. One of my favorite places to go is the White River down at Bull Shoals, Arkansas. I get up earlier there than I do anywhere else, and it's the craziest thing. But I get up early there so I can go out and I can sit in the presence of the Lord. Sitting on that river, it's cool, it's quiet, it's just so refreshing. And I wish that I had a week that I could just go down there and just enjoy that, because man, that sounds like an amazing thing. I'm so thankful for my second mom and dad, Jim and Sue Harmon. They were just like they were my second parents all the way through high school. And they showed us how to camp at Bull Shoals, and man, we had some good times there. But it's getting quiet and sitting in the presence of the Lord, because we have to do that in order for him to speak to us. Commit everything you do to the Lord, trust him, and he will help you. He will make your innocence radiate like the dawn, and the justice of your cause will shine like the noonday sun. And then we always want to turn this, take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. That he's going to give us everything that we want. If he did that, he would create spoiled people. He gives us what we need. He gives us exactly what we need. Our desires need to line up with him. And those desires of our heart will be fulfilled in him. We will live in his land and prosper. We will live, and not that we're not going to have troubles, because in this world there are many troubles. But we'll be able to walk through those troubles and not drown. We'll be able to walk through the fire and not get burned up. My kids, I have to laugh at them, because they always talk about when it gets hot, about meeting Rack, Shack, and Benny outside the door. Because that's who Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they call them Rack, Shack, and Benny, because that's from VeggieTales, and, But Rack, Shack, and Benny, they were in the heat, and they came out unscathed, because the Lord was with them. There was another in the fire. What an amazing testimony that is, that we can be in the biggest firestorm of our life, and we're still going to come out, maybe with our tail feathers on fire, but we're still going to come out unscathed, because he is refining us through that fire. And if we allow him to do that, what an amazing testimony we'll have, because he can take our test and turn it into a testimony. He can take our mess and turn it into a message. We just need to allow him to do that. So today I encourage you to go back and read Psalms 37. There are 40 verses in that. So go back and read it, because it talks about how we can, if we will just follow the Lord, sit quietly in his presence, how those enemies, or how those that do evil or plot evil against you, how they won't succeed, how the Lord will take care of it. But it talks about how the Lord is going to fight this battle for you, and you just need to allow him to do that. That's very difficult. Not saying this is easy. It's very difficult when that problem is staring you in the face every single day. And you're like, Lord, you said you were going to take care of this problem, and here it is. Here it is right here in front of me. You said you were going to take care of this problem, Lord. Here it is. Here it is right here. His time is not our time. And we need to understand that and wait patiently on the Lord and sit quietly in his presence and allow him to work. Allow him to fight this battle. Allow him to do as he has said he would do. He will give us an abundance in our life. Not an abundance of things, but abundance of joy and peace and happiness and all of those things. He will give us those abundance. So today, go back and read Psalms 37. I hope that you all have an amazing, amazing weekend. Sunday at 9 and 11, Jim Glaspie and Susan Martin will have charge of our services. They will do the music and the message as well. So come out and join us in that. I've not seen them before, so I can't tell you anything about them, but I know that they will be good. And I just trust that the Lord's always sending us good people when I look at who we've had in the past. So we will feed the Yale teachers on the 15th. That's next Tuesday at 11:30. Then, ladies, we will have a meeting Sunday night at 6 o'clock. I hope to see everybody there. I want to get back into our routine, back into our schedule, because I already have the date set for the women's auction, which will be December the 10th. And I want to change it up just a little bit. We're still going to do the auction for sure, but it won't be a chicken noodle dinner type thing like that. We're going to change it maybe just a little bit. So I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Check on one another and encourage one another and love one another this weekend. This weekend, everybody that you meet is facing some kind of battle. And I'm learning that. Just sitting and visiting with people, I'm learning that every person has some sort of battle that is raging in their life. So be kind, love one another, encourage one another. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you guys back here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. See you on Monday.